Well, my earthworm farm has not been working very well. It's time for me to investigate what's actually wrong with it. Come join me. Well, everyone seems to have worm farms in the most awkward positions, and under the house, this is where I place mine. And as you can see with the markings, it got to a certain point where there was way too much liquid in here and it was overflowing and spilling from here. Worse still, this is the original tap device that this came in. This is probably about 20 years old. In fact, it's completely utterly useless and I have to buy a brand new one. Luckily, you can buy this at your local hardware store. So I'm going to start pulling it apart, figuring out what's wrong with it, and introduce brand new earthworms so that we can get this going alive, active, and productive in my garden. Okay, let's have a look. Not looking too good. There's still a lot of material that has not broken down at all. Eggs take quite a while, so do not be worried about those whatsoever. Citrus, they will break down. Onions, always put onions in, that eventually will break down, and earthworms do live in there. But the cover material is disintegrating, so I need to replace that. Underneath the material there, the organic matter, it seems to have broken down, but not very well. So what I'll do is completely clean it out, keep the material, keep the organic matter, clean the base, and put in a new plug in the front. And let's see how the process is done and the final product. And here is the spread out old worm farm. With the old connection, that was the base, the receptacle that gets all the liquid, the worm wee. This was the bottom layer where all of the older mix was being accumulated, which should have the worms and should have the worm castings in it, but it's still crunchy. It's still got a lot of fiber in there. And when I pulled it apart, I did notice one earthworm. That's it, just one. So there's still one alive in there. But this is still really good material I can use to rebuild, re-establish a new worm farm in this. Now this is the top layer. And as I said, the top fiber mesh has virtually disintegrated, and the lid. Now, I've got new worms, and this is the new tap which I will be replacing from here so that I've got a very good on-off switch and also a much better connection which I can control. Now let's get started. I've disassembled the entire system from the base to the old section to the top. And of course my dog wants to investigate. Luckily I had an empty one, which is, I'm going to add stuff into here, and that will be the new bottom for this one. And luckily I can go through the base level and provide the first point. Now look, the timber is still in here, and that's a lot of the carbon, which is really, really important. So I'm going to add a very thin layer just to help initiate the base. And I've gone around the garden and I've harvested a whole lot of fresh green leaves to offer a little bit of interest and fresh green material into this to reactivate and make it more biologically active. And all different types of leaves, some native cissus, some dombeas, some native gingers, and a bit of cardboard. Nothing like recycling. Cartons. Add them in. They will break down and the earthworms will use them. So flatten them a little bit, just for a little bit of extra interest and recycling. And some kitchen scraps. Some more fresh stuff. Okay, let's just do it like a little lasagna and keep going. Bottom layer, green material, ginger leaves. There's my dombeas. Now, I'm going to add some earthworms. Aha! I'm going to add half of it at this point. So in that bag, they estimate around about, I think it's about 500 or 1,000 earthworms. Approximately 500 is what they estimate. Now that includes the eggs and live. I have to say that I can't find 500. I did not count them, but I am guessing there's a lot of eggs in there for the next generation. Now the thing about this is you don't want to overfill it at this point of time, but you still need for it to be in contact for the next level. That's nice and firm. Okay, I'm going to put that there. First layer done. Second layer, which this was originally the bottom layer. So I've done a rotation. Just going to aerate it up. Give it some fresh green leaves. Kitchen scraps. I'll add more in tomorrow probably. And the rest, whoop, get rid of this. I will dispose of that. Actually, some more cardboard. Pizza. Okay, let's see how I go with this. There. Some more green. Now this was the top layer last time. I'm just going to get rid of the whole lot. And that might just have eggs from the last lot. And the rest of the worms that I've bought. Okay, done, 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 done. I'm going to keep some spare pizza tops until the next time I do my little lasagna effect. And what I will do is just add one layer of leaves on the very top. And the new protective matting. And the lid. Now, that should all be ready to go. I'm going to move it down to the spot where I had it before, and it should take off quite well. I'll monitor it, make sure that there's still a lot of fibrous material in there. It is currently a little bit heavy, and because I've got a lot of twigs and sticks in the area, I'll just make sure the next layers I add have a lot more of the air, the porosity in there to encourage no dense compaction. That said, eggs are wonderful of keeping it nice and airy. So adding a lot more eggs in there has no problems at all, and in fact can be beneficial. So that's the completion of my rejuvenation of my earthworm farm. And hopefully all goes well this coming spring and summer. And that's all today with Paul Plant Horticulture.